most people, going out to eat is an indulgence. How often do you get to enjoy a delicious meal that you didn't have to cook and there's no cleanup afterwards? The people who work at restaurants take care of all of that for you, so you should take care of them. We have all been to restaurants, and many of us have been servers or bartenders, or have friends or family members who are servers or bartenders. I work as a server in a restaurant, and this is why people who don't leave a tip are one of my biggest pet peeves. Servers take your order, give you suggestions, get your drinks, deliver your food, and make sure you have everything you need to enjoy your meal. Then, when you leave, they have to clean the restaurant and roll silverware, all in an effort to make sure that you, the customers, have a good experience. They work long days, usually 8 hours, and sometimes even up to 18 hours. These restaurant industry workers get paid less than $5 an hour by their company. Some places even pay as little as $2.50 an hour. Servers do whatever they can to make sure that you enjoy your visit. Their salary is based almost entirely on what you leave them as a tip. Not leaving a tip is like asking them to serve you for free. What a lot of people don't know, but should consider, is that when you leave money for the server, they don't get the full amount. They are responsible for giving a percentage of their tip to the bartenders, bussers, and sometimes even the host and security personnel. So if you come into a restaurant and you don't tip your server or bartender, they still have to pay those people. So they're actually losing money by waiting on you. Servers and bartenders are just like you. They have to pay bills too. They pay for school, they pay for their cars, they pay for their rent, and they have to support their children. And when you don't tip, you are nothing more than an unwanted memory of a bad day at work. The solution to this problem is simple. Tip 10% is the minimum. If your service was bad, this specifically means the service. Not if your food was bad, or if the restaurant was too cold, or if you waited 45 minutes to get a table. 15% is adequate if you are communicating to your server that they need to work on some things. 20% tells your server that they did a good job. Anything more than that tells your server that they gave great guest service and they exceeded your expectations. If you can't afford to tip, then just don't go out to eat. I know most of us have had service that wasn't quite up to par. The server forgot what you ordered, or they were really slow, or they were just plain rude. Then consider this. Most of us have had a bad day or two in our lives too. And when the cashier at the grocery store has a bad day and they're rude to you, they still make minimum wage. You don't get to decide to pay them any less. You still should tip the minimum amount, even if the service was not great. Your server will hopefully get the message and change what they are doing in the future. It is really insulting and annoying when customers don't leave a tip for their server. Most people in the restaurant industry work really hard and make less than minimum wage. So they depend on the generosity of customers for their salary. When people fail to tip, they are costing the server or bartender money. My solution is simple. If you can't afford to pay at least 15 to 20% of your meal, then don't go out. Otherwise, there are plenty of restaurants like McDonald's and Taco Bell that don't expect you to tip at all. Servers aren't servants. They work hard for your money.